How's it going, Guardians? Shifty here, and today I'm going to be doing another solo run of the Grandmaster Inverted Spire Nightfall. In this one, I'm going to be running a Titan, and my exotic weapon is the Fighting Lion. The Fighting Lion is a primary ammo breach load grenade launcher, which is extremely efficient in terms of ammo. Every kill that you get with a Fighting Lion will generate a primary ammo brick, and since it uses primary ammo, you basically never run out of ammo for it. Throughout this strike, you'll notice primary ammo bricks laying everywhere. Anyway, before I get into my loadout, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. For this run, I went with Middle Tree Striker, and I'm using Cuirass of the Falling Star. Then for my weapons, I have the Nightwatch Kinetic Scout Rifle for barrier champions. As I already mentioned, I'm using the Fighting Lion, and this is for unstoppable champions, to break void shields, and to apply breach and clear. And lastly, for my heavy weapon, I have the Royal Entry Rocket Launcher with Impulse Amplifier and Lasting Impression. Also for this run, I am using a Warmind Cell build, as you'll see when I show you my armor mods. I'm going to quickly show you each piece of armor, and if you need to see anything in more detail, just pause the video. And that's it for my loadout for this run. This video also includes commentary throughout the run to give you some tips along the way. Now, let's jump into it. Alright, right off the bat, I'm going to head off to the left here. Sometimes there's enemies over here, sometimes there's not, so you have to be careful. Either way, I'm going to jump up here where there will be enemies I want to take out. I'm going to be using my Fighting Lion to gain points towards a Warmind Cell. Alright, I'm 4 kills in with my Fighting Lion, which means my next kill should generate a Warmind Cell. I'm going to go ahead and break this Minotaur's shield. And there should be a Warmind Cell right in front of me. I'll get it in just a moment. Just like that, I cleared out a bunch of enemies, have another Warmind Cell. I wasn't expecting that goblin to be there. I knew there was an enemy down here, but I didn't expect the goblin to be hiding right in that spot. Now I could pull my Sparrow out here, but I'm not going to because I have to take the enemies out on the other side anyway. I'm going to start by going for one of these Scions. And then I'm going to try to generate a Warmind Cell by taking out these Legionaries. I don't quite have a cell yet. I think the next kill should generate one. There it is. And that Warmind Cell will clear out the remaining area. So what I'm going to do is bait the rocket attack from this Colossus by putting a barricade up. I'm going to throw my grenade over there to try to break the arc shield. And I'll just rocket it. I used 2 rockets, so hopefully I get some more heavy ammo from this. Looks like a brick drop. Alright, I will pull my Sparrow out here. It'll make the next part just a little bit faster. So one thing I want to mention really quick is using a non-metal loadout like this makes you more heavily reliant on ammo drops. The good thing about Fighting Lion is any kill you get with it will automatically generate a primary ammo brick, and since it's a primary weapon, you'll basically never run out of ammo for it. Fighting Lion is probably one of the most efficient grenade launchers in terms of ammo economy. As you noticed, I'm going for this barrier champion down low next. I used Fighting Lion on it to debuff it. And then I threw a grenade to get it to barrier. What I'm going to do here is get ready for it to barrier again. I'm going to immediately swap to my rocket, fire my rocket, swap to Fighting Lion, and get a Fighting Lion shot off on it. There is a heavy ammo break down where I killed that champion, so I'll have to remember that for later. I want to go for the Bloodguard Centurion here, but I don't have any solar damage, so at the moment I'm waiting for the barrier champions to take down the shield. I'm going to shoot it a couple times to prevent it from healing the shield. And the shield is down. Alright, now I'm going to go up to this left-hand ledge to take out the barrier champion. So what I'm going to do is get this leftmost one to barrier first. Then I'm going to swap to my rocket it, then swap to my Fighting Lion and try to hit it with a shot from that. Reload my Fighting Lion, then be ready for the barrier again. And I'll just repeat that process until it's down. If it gets low enough, I'll just finish it off with my primary weapon. This spot is relatively safe from these champions. They can snipe you if you get too close to the ledge, so you have to be careful for that. But I'm basically going to repeat that process for the second champion. Once you take out these two barrier hobgoblins, this area is much easier to clear out. So I'm not using any solar or sniper damage resistance mod, so I have to steer clear of sniper hobgoblins like that. I believe there's one more sniper hobgoblin in the strike, and I'm going to be at a similar distance to take that one out. I'm going to try to generate a war mine cell off these goblins over here. So I generated a war mine cell, but I can't quite see it. I could hit it with my grenade launcher, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be successful doing that. I'm going to take out this unstoppable champion. I just used my last grenade launcher shot, so I want to take these minotaurs out before they reshield. And I'm completely out of ammo now, so I have to drop down. All of these primary ammo drops are from Fighting Lion. Alright, the barrier is down, but I want to get a platinum rating, so I still have to kill the two champions down low. So for all the barrier champions, I'm going to use the same method basically. I'm going to break the shield, shoot a rocket, then hit it with Fighting Lion. And then reload Fighting Lion and repeat the process in most instances. And I'm going to stun this unstoppable champion, and then I'm going to go for my super. The reason being is I'm not going to need my super for a little while, so I might as well use it here. Grab this heavy ammo brick from earlier. And I'm maxed out on ammo for the next section.
The Red Legion.
One barrier champion here. Hit it with a breach and clear Fighting Lion shot and throw my grenade on it to get it to barrier. I'm going to use one rocket on this one, but I want to try to conserve ammo. This one's a relatively safe champion to take out without using too many rockets. And I'm going to go for these scions in the distance with my scout rifle. And I want to take out these gladiators so they don't harass me while I'm taking out some of the legionaries a little bit further ahead. And I'll just go for the finish here. Perfect. Now for these legionaries up here, you can basically knock two of them off the map with Fighting Lion, just like that. And this one as well. The third one I do want to kill with Fighting Lion, so I generate a primary ammo brick. That way I can max out my primary ammo again. This next section is going to have a sniper hobgoblin, so I'm going to hop up here. I'm going to scope out the sniper hobgoblin. I want to make sure it doesn't get behind cover. Then I want to make it barrier like usual. Just like that. After that, I'm going to rocket it, then try to get a Fighting Lion shot on it. Reload Fighting Lion, get ready for the barrier. Again, I'm going to swap to my rocket. Hitting it with that Fighting Lion shot applies breach and clear, and it reloads my primary and heavy weapon. And by primary weapon, I mean my Night Watch, because technically Fighting Lion is also a primary weapon. We're going to even the odds here a little bit by taking out one of the Cabal enemies. And now I'm going to go for this other barrier champion. I'm going to use one rocket here because I see an ammo drop on the ground. I'm going to do a Fighting Lion shot to apply breach and clear. That reloaded all my other weapons. Again, ammo economy is important, so I want to try to have max heavy ammo when I leave this area. Figured I'd just go for the assist on that instead of wasting time and ammo. Grab all that heavy ammo there. And for this next section, I'm just going to skip most of the enemies. I'm going to hug the right hand side here on my Sparrow. And I'm going to continue off to the right over here. I want to avoid more enemy spawning, so I'm not going to push too far forward here. I'm going to take the scions out first. After that, I'm going to try to generate a Warmind cell off of these enemies over here. My grenade weakened them, and I'm just going to throw some Fighting Lion shots over there. And there's a Warmind cell. And just like that, I cleared out most of the area, except this one holdout phalanx here. But now I'm going to rotate off to the right hand side here to take out one of the drill officers. So I intended to hit the drill officer with both of those rockets, but apparently I hit 2 legionaries instead. My goal here is to try to take out this phalanx. So for this part I messed up using my grenade and rockets to kill the drill officer, so I'm just going to use my super in just a moment. However, I want to clear the area out first. There's one holdout legionary over there. It seems to keep hiding, so I'm just going to go for my super here, and then I'll take care of it. There we go. Grab some ammo here. Now I'm going to take out the barrier colossus out here, place a barricade to my right for a little bit of extra cover. Get one Fighting Lion shot on it. Get a second Fighting Lion shot on it, and it should barrier soon. There we go. Now I'm going to use my usual method of a rocket and Fighting Lion. Wait for the barrier, and repeat the process. Now we need to scour the area for some ammo. Break this drill officer's shield. I'm going to put one rocket on it. That was a bit of a risky move. And just like that, the drill officer is down.
Cade got stuck stealing from the Vex. Why didn't that happen to the Red Legion?
Calculating Red Legion similarity to the Cade.
So I need to look for some heavy ammo. I'm getting pretty low on that.
Plus, you know.
Alright, so what I'm going to do here is actually use my tracking rocket to shoot across the gap. This will help clear out most of the enemies over there. As you can see, I got 3 legionaries and a phalanx. That means I think there should be 1 legionary over there plus the unstoppable champion. But it should be much easier to take care of that area. I need to use one more rocket to help clear a path for myself since I don't have any solar damage to take that shield out otherwise.
I suppose you never get faster.
going to have my grenade launcher stowed, pull it out so the unstoppable round is ready. And now that the unstoppable champion is stunned, I'm going to go for this legionary. Now it's just me versus the unstoppable champion up here, and I can use these for cover. Right here, I could use a rocket, but again, I want to try to conserve that heavy ammo. So I went for the finish. Now I'm going to push these exploding barrels off. Every once in a while you might hit a gladiator or do some chip damage to a different enemy. Oftentimes shooting down there like this will gain the attention of the barrier champion. So the barrier champion already locked onto me, so it's going to start firing there, so I can't exactly fight it in that state. I'll just wait until it stops firing. Looks like it's rotating around to the other side. So I'm going to be ready for it. Fighting Lion, grenade. And just like that, it was able to barrier, rocket, and Fighting Lion. Ready for the barrier again. Rocket, Fighting Lion. So if I can't find the gladiators from up here, I may have to head down there. So I'm going to head down there. I see one right here. Alright, that one's down. I hit that one with a grenade launcher and blew up a barrel right next to it, which made it go pretty quickly. And I'll just finish it off. I'm going to destroy that exploding barrel. I want to pull the lever. I'm going to throw my grenade, which will do damage to the enemies jumping in. I'm going to wait a second here before I stun the unstoppable champion, because if you do it right away, it will bug out. Alright, that was close. I didn't expect there to be a legionary, and I'm not exactly sure how my barricade saved me there. Usually my super and grenade are able to clear out all the legionaries and that champion, but apparently this time it didn't happen. So when I get to 100%, I'm going to jump over to the thing in the center of the room. Then I'm going to glide over into the launcher.
Let's hope this thing launches in the right direction. It's going to be a...
This will help me avoid all of the war beasts that are lying around. At this point, there's going to be a few Incendiors and an unstoppable champion. All the Incendiors are down, but I don't see the champions, so I'm going to go for these Scions up top. Now the champion popped out. So fighting line can easily take out unstoppable champions, but you just have to be patient with it. Like I said multiple times, I don't really want to use my rockets because I want to conserve them for the boss fight, just in case I don't get any heavy ammo drops. And since all I'm fighting right now is one champion, I should safely be able to take it out without having to use any rockets. Sure, it'll take a little bit of time, but it's worth saving some heavy ammo. I'm going to go for the finish here. And like that, I'm already maxed out on fighting lion ammo again. I will go ahead and use one rocket on this unstoppable champion just to make it go a little bit quicker. See, I don't have a problem spamming fighting lion shots because you get ammo so frequently for it. Place a barricade just in case the unstoppable wanted to push more. And there we go, that's a nice heavy ammo drop, but I'm going to leave it on the ground since I have 6 rockets already. I'll save it for a little bit later. Alright, looks like I got another heavy ammo brick, so I have one back here and one up here. So I'm going to save both of those for later. So what I'm going to do is push forward and clear out some enemies, and I'll probably come back to get those. Well, that phalanx went flying. I want to try to take out this phalanx as well. And there is a scion in the back. That was a close one. And my barricade got immediately taken out as well. So I am going to go back and grab one of these ammo bricks. I do have 2 more barrier champions that I need to deal with. Back away from the drill. So we have one of those cases where there's 2 barrier champions right next to each other. One of my least favorite things that happens is when they shuffle in front of one another, just like this. Now that shield is blocking the back one, so it's going to heal. So I basically have to reset the entire encounter here. And there it goes again. The champion I was working on ended up in the back. Let's see if I can actually get one of these down without the other one blocking it. And then I wasn't even reloaded. Unfortunately, I think my frustration here kind of made it so I wasn't following through with my own strategy. As you can see, I'm doing things a little bit out of order here. It's still going to work in this case, but I still am not following my own strategy. At least now that one of them's gone, I don't have to deal with them shuffling back and forth in front of one another. And I should get this one down. Now that the champions are down, I'm going to head back and grab that heavy ammo brick back here, and there is another one up where I killed those champions. So that one put me up to 5 rockets, and the next one should top me off. Just like that, I'm max ammo heading into the boss fight. So I'm going to try to maximize the efficiency of my grenade by getting it on 2 of them. Unfortunately, that didn't work out as I would have hoped. Even though Fighting Lion is a void weapon, it does more damage to enemy shields when you direct impact them. So even though match game is on in a Grandmaster Nightfall, I can still take out these shields pretty quickly. Wanted to keep the shield off. Since I am using so much Fighting Lion ammo here, I'm going to go up and grab some of those bricks in a second. Then I'm going to hop down and get ready for the boss fight. Here I'm going to shoot 1 rocket. Then I'm going to Fighting Lion the boss. I'm going to wait for my rocket. Then I'm going to super. That should easily make it move on to the next stage. So I am going to save about 4 or 5 rockets for the final stage. I'm going to debuff it. Rocket. Rocket while I'm a little bit safe. And you always have to be careful when you're ducking in and out of cover here. You can stand on the back of these short cylinders and duck for some cover, and then just pop back out to do some damage. So I know there will be some enemies spawning here if I don't do enough damage in time. In fact, I just seen some spawn in. I have to be careful. I'm actually going to take some cover here on the right, and then I'm going to shoot some on the left. This is just for my own safety. This would have went a little bit quicker if I could have just done enough damage to the boss, but again, I'm trying to conserve some of my ammo. I'm going to do a risky move here and hop down to destroy that War Mine cell. That took out a lot of enemies, and I believe it made the boss move on. Might as well max out on my primary. Take out these goblins from this spot of cover quick. And I did see some heavy ammo drops out there that I'm going to want to go grab. I was a little tempted to destroy that War Mine cell, but I don't want to do any damage to the boss yet. Having heavy ammo is great because I'm going to be using as many rockets as I can when I go to do damage on the boss. You may be wondering what I'm doing here. I'm just taking cover and I'm going to wait for my super. When it does come time to damage the boss, what I want to do is shoot a rocket on the boss, swap to Fighting Lion to debuff it, then swap back to my rocket and just keep shooting rockets at the boss. I'm going to do that for as long as I can, then hopefully by that time it's entering the middle of the arena. When it does that, I'm going to debuff it with my Fighting Lion, then I'm going to use my super. Now you can kind of see why I'm waiting for my super. I do plan to use all of my rocket shots. That's just to get the boss as low as possible to make sure my super ends up killing it. I'd rather ensure I get the kill than leave it with a sliver of health. Alright, so my super is up, so I think I'm going to go for it. There's one rocket shot. I'm going to push off to the left here to debuff it with Fighting Lion. I'm going to rocket it again. Then I'm going to head back here for cover. I have to be careful for its blinding attack. My double arc resistance mods makes it so that doesn't do a ton of damage. Again, I'm just going to keep rocket launching it. I know it's not debuffed right now, but I should still do enough damage. Now it's debuffed again. And I'm going to wait here to heal. Enemies should be spawning now, but I want to get my health back first. It should be moving up onto the platform. I'm going to debuff and go for the super. And just like that, that's the completion of the Grandmaster Inverted Spire on a Titan using Fighting Lion. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Technically, the captain did. You live in his backpack.
Switch off.